And what she's shown in a just absolutely spectacular way is that if people watch a short video about all the ways in which stress can really diminish your health, well, then indeed stress diminishes their health. Whereas if a separate group watches a factual, also 5-minute, also factual tutorial on all the ways that stress can enhance performance by harnessing your ability to focus, memory formation, et cetera, all of which is true.
And the people who watched 90 minutes or more of news coverage about it showed a greater stress response than the people who literally lived through it.
Interesting. Yeah. The mindset and belief effects are absolutely extraordinary and very real, right? I mean, I think, recently I've been reading and researching a lot about and did a podcast on tenacity and willpower. And there was this idea early on from Baumeister and colleagues that willpower is a limited resource. Some of that
ego depletion?
Ego depletion.
Yes.
It was controversial. They showed that, replenishing glucose in between hard tasks could restore willpower.
They showed that, was it juries or judges that were low in blood glucose were more likely to give harsher sentences, stuff like this?
Yeah, it sort of wicked out to a number of naturalistic situations, and it made good sense. And then my colleague Carol Dweck, also in the psychology department at Stanford, most famously known for her work on growth mindset, did an experiment in which they essentially asked whether or not tenacity and willpower are limited in terms of being some sort of resource, and also whether or not it was somehow linked to glucose availability, fuel in the brain and body, and found that if people thought or were told that willpower was a limited resource, that's indeed what they observed experimentally. But that if they were taught or were told that willpower is unlimited and divorced from glucose levels, well, then that's exactly what you saw.
You're saying that learning about ego depletion and believing that willpower is a limited resource is an information hazard that is self-fulfilling.
Potentially. Now, Baumeister, showed himself to be, pretty determined when and countered the Dweck counter by showing that if there's a hard task followed by a hard task, then your beliefs about willpower can impact your performance on the second task. So aka Dweck is right. But that if you have a hard task, and then another hard task, so back-to-back tasks or more, which is a lot of what life is like, well, then it seems that the willpower is a limited resource, and glucose supporting willpower theory holds up a bit better.